So, Rich, where did you get this gorgeous little yellow submarine?
Bright Fair.
Well, it's really cute.
Not only is it cute, it transports you back to maybe driving in Italy.
Back to?
Yes. Not that I've ever driven there, but I reckon if I did a virtual drive through Italy, this is what it would look like, minus the gumtree.
You've seen too many postcards.
Yeah, I know. It's not like that.
Yeah, no, it is. It does look like the rolling hills of Tuscany around here. Yeah.
Hello.
Well, hello.
Hi. Welcome to Fenton Hill.
Kathy, I'm Karen. Nice to meet
Karen,
you.
hi.
Richard, thanks for having us.
You're
How
welcome.
magnificent, Kathy. It is just glorious
It
up
is.
here
It's
on
gorgeous.
this hill.
We just love it.
So being so close to Macedon or the Macedon Ranges, I'm guessing this might be a very special area as far as the minerals and...
Well, it actually is an extinct volcanic site. And we're in the Victorian volcanic ranges here. So we get a lot of the ancient minerals through our soil.
Okay.
Which you
and
can
they-
see because it's quite dark, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got, it's quite clayish.
Which
And
is the secret to growing fabulous garlic and
it's-
strawberries?
It is
that-
part of, yes,
Yeah.
because it contributes a lot. Shall we go and take a look?
Yes,
Yeah, let's go.
Come on.
So this is newly planted garlic here?
Absolutely. We're in our second week of planting at the moment, and this is just what's come up straight away already.
Yeah.
It's just wonderful.
It must be amazing soil.
It is. It's really nourished soil. We take a lot of care in putting the nutrients back into the land.
And like the flip side of that would be, you know, the major commercial cropping, which they wouldn't take that time. They would be pushing the fertiliser through, you know, spraying pesticides and then just
Exactly.
reaping and then re-sowing straight
Exactly.
away.
And this is an organic, sustainable way of doing it.
How many crops of strawberries have you actually done?
We've actually only done one proper crop.
Wow.
Our first year, and it was just brilliant.
I've got my fingers crossed you've still got, I know it's late in the season, but you've still got strawberries somewhere on the crop here.
Amazingly, we do.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, you know, I can't wait to see what you're going to do with strawberries and garlic, actually.
Well, I'm going to make a gluten-free pasta with tuna, red onion and your garlic.
And I'm doing a bit of a chicken dish, but using your garlic and also your strawberries. But by the sounds of it, they don't need much cooking at all. So I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on them.
Can't wait for that.
I think we're in for a very good day.
You know, I'm loving Kathy's garlic. I know the cloves are small, but this is a local product, and quite often that is the case. And people just think, oh, the bigger the better, but that's not true. There is so much flavour in a smaller clove of local garlic.
See, what I would do is I would just go for the largest
You would?
cloves.
Would
yeah.
you?
Well, because then I only actually have to peel one clove and I'm not stuck there peeling all the little bits of paper and doing it.
Okay, well, let me give you a little tip on that. You basically just pop the skin off by whacking the knife, and then the skins just float off like that. Okay, let's put that fry pan on and a considerable amount of that Cobram Estate olive oil into the pan.
Right.
So another little secret
Yeah.
to making this pasta, just put 2/3 of the onion in now,
Yeah.
and the other third will join it a bit later, and we'll end up with texture, or different texture of the onions in there. I'm going to add the garlic as well.
Now, do you want pepper? Because I always like adding pepper into oil because it actually gives another, as you
Yes.
say, layer of flavour.
And you just flavour profile.
It's like racial profiling, but with
I can take
vegetables.
it out of myself too, you know. If you put the pepper on, but if you also put a sprinkling of salt on the onions now,
Yep.
it'll extract the moisture and help the onions cook more evenly, but also quickly.
Yeah, enough?
And pepper?
Yep.
I could get used to this. Instructing? No.
There we are.
A little bit of dried oregano, about 1/2 tablespoon. Now, if you didn't have enough oil in the pan at this stage, what would start to happen is your onions will start to burn, and they're not going to caramelise slowly. So do not be shy of adding the right amount of, or enough oil to the pan. Rich, the onion's starting to just colour up a little bit and slowly caramelise. Let's add the other onion. So the onion that went in first is going to be soft and luscious, and this next onion is going to be a little bit behind it. So you've got this uneven onion in there, but it creates a great texture in the pasta.
Okay. Pasta, Karen?
Yeah, I've got to go in. Gluten-free Barilla Penne.
Okay.
So, Rich, I think we've got some beautiful... Is this a radicchio or...
I went through Kathy's garden just before I started, and I found this beautiful, lovely...
Treviso, maybe.
Yeah, maybe it's Treviso, but what I did love is the actual colour.
Well, this will have a gorgeous bitterness to it. And I think it would be great in a salad with the pasta, but I just had another idea. It would also be really great just to shred it and sprinkle over the top.
I would like that.
Yeah. So
That
you've
would
got
be
that fresh
awesome.
element, but it also adds a bitter note to the pasta when you've got that sweet caramelised... How are those onions, actually?
Yeah.
Richard, we're going to add our secret weapon. This is red wine vinegar. You could use any vinegar, although balsamic will sweeten it up a little bit too much and burn in the pan. You want looking for that sharpness, that verve to go with those caramelised onions, and it brings a sweet sourness to the pasta. So I'm going to put a splash in.
Yep.
It's quite a bit, I suppose, more than a splash. Now, if you have a smell that, it could make it cold. Sorry.
Quite strong.
I set you up then.
I know.
Sorry.
I just realised what it was. Yeah.
I kind of like the smell, but it always does clear the sinuses.
Now, how are you going? Well, like, being of true Italian heritage, and I'm only mildly Italian.
Well, I've got confusing Italian heritage. My father was born in Tunisia, which then my great-great-great-grandmother came from Sicily, and the great-great-grandfather came from Tuscany.
Right.
But they migrated to Tunis, and they became French-speaking, if you like. But the surname Martini comes from Tuscany.
Okay.
And my mother is English-Irish. When my mother and father were married,
Yeah.
she had to go and have lessons with my grandmother,
Okay.
Meme, to learn to cook all of Dad's favourite dishes.
Did your father go to...
Well, you know what my father used to do?
the other mother and say what she liked?
No,
cook
there
her
was
favourite dishes?
none of that. And my dad actually didn't really appreciate my mum trying to cook that well, because I know he used to secretly stop off at his mother's on the way home and have a good snack before he got home to what my mum had tried to cook. Richard, I just did a check the pasta. And look at that. That is so ready, I believe. So we can now scoop the pasta. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Directly into the pan. Rich, while you get the pasta out, I'll pop a tin of Sirena Tuna with chilli.
You don't mind a little bit of the pasta water coming out?
A little bit of the pasta water would be great.
Okay. I reckon that's about enough.
Yep. Okay, in the tuna. Just squashing a bit of that tuna.
Yeah.
And then give it a good stir, Rich.
Okay.
So the excess water from the pasta is mixing with the oil and it's creating a sauce, if you like, around the onions. You're ready to go.
Right.
Put it in there.
One nice
I think a squeeze of lemon over the top, for me, would just finish that off. Just a little bit. Just to sharpen those flavours. And Rich, this Treviso.
Treviso, thank you, Kathy.
Kathy's garden.
Yeah.
But it's just that touch of bitterness that we both enjoy that I think will work perfectly.
With the sweetness of the onion?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Go. You go.
Come on, it's big enough for us, both of us to get in there. I want some of that.
No, I'm done now. See you. Trust us, you're going to love this recipe. It's our Barilla gluten-free penne pasta with tuna and caramelised red onion. Hey, Rich, when you finish nibbling, why don't we go and see some more process of the garlic drying with Kathy, maybe? We'll head to the drying rooms.
Okay. I still want to take that